It's a new you, starting today, starting right now. A new day, changes to make, we'll show you how. Renew your mind here. Are you ready to transform? One step at a time, line up in line. New you, changing lives, one goal at a time.
Welcome to the New You Show. I'm Shay Olivia, and I'm so excited that you're here with us today. We have a wonderful show in store for you, and this one today is about the new you and your new image. And of course, as always, we have some very special guests on the show, and I want to introduce you to them right now. The first person is Melissa. Melissa, say hi to the New You community.
Hi.
And of course, we have another special guest, Nova. And Nova, please to say hi. So tell us a little bit about your business and what you do, Melissa.
Well, the name of my business is called Luminous Aesthetics and Body Sculpting. I'm a licensed esthetician. I deal with skincare, and I also do body contouring services using LED lights.
LED. Okay, so for those of you at home that might not know what LED is, Melissa, I'm sure, is going to tell us. Please do tell us, what does it stand for?
Well, LED stands for light emitting diode, and all it is a red light, and it helps to emulsify body fat, and it also stimulates collagen in the skin.
Got it. Okay, so light emitting diode. So it sounds scary, but it's not at all. Is that right? It's more like just light therapy.
Yeah, it's actually been used in dermatology offices for over 40 years on burn victims.
Oh, okay.
So recent studies are now showing that it helps to emulsify body fat.
Got it. So it's an age-old approach, right? And it's used for therapeutic purposes, right? Not just to look good, but for therapy, I understand as well.
Yes.
How exciting is that? And so do you have a lot of clients that you work on every day? And if so, what are their different ranges of their needs, why they come to you?
Some come for phototherapy facials where I'll use it on their face. It helps to plump fine lines, it tightens the skin, and some of my clients also come to be treated for body contouring services where they want to, say for example, they can't fit into a dress like 5 years ago and they come and I use it on certain parts of the body to help emulsify the fat, so they'll start losing inches around their waistline and other parts of the area, other areas of the body.
That's so wonderful. So it sounds like they can be slimmer and anti-aging all at the same time through this phototherapy. Is that right?
That's correct.
How exciting. And so it is not invasive, like you said. It is harmless. And what about the pricing? Is it a very affordable therapy, you would imagine?
Normally the market value price is for 6 treatments $2,600, but with my company we make it affordable for all clients to afford these services.
Oh, that's wonderful, because I would imagine that it could be costly, but you know what? When you're looking good, feeling good, and getting some therapy, it's really worth it. It's almost priceless. And so how exciting is that? And so Nova, I understand that you recently contacted Melissa looking for some care, some therapeutic care. Tell us about what prompted you to call her.
Well, about a year ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, and along with exercise and a change of eating habits, there were some stubborn pockets of fat that just wouldn't go away.
Wow. So a year ago, you were diagnosed with diabetes, and you said you wanted to make a change towards your new you.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
And probably this would result in not only you helping out your diabetes management, but also with a new image, I would imagine, too, which is so
Exactly.
exciting.
Yeah.
So stubborn pockets. And so did your doctor say you have to lose weight, Nova, in order to help with this diabetes?
No, my numbers were low, but for myself.
Just for yourself, you wanted to do it.
Yes.
Because many have said, right, that, again, part of diabetic management is to lose weight or to have some weight loss. And so good for you that you decided to go on this journey, and you kind of did an expert in the field, right, to help you
Yes.
do that.
Yes.
So how exciting is that? And so today's going to be your first treatment, I understand.
Yes.
And we get a chance to be a part of your journey, which is so exciting. And so how many treatments are you going to be giving Nova, Melissa?
She'll probably have a total of 12 throughout
12
the process.
treatments. Okay. And is that standard?
It really depends. Everybody's situation is different, but normally 6 to 12 treatments.
Okay. And so after 6 to 12 treatments, what will she expect? What will she see?
Well, she'll probably notice that her waistline will become more slimmer. She'll probably be able to fit into the dress she couldn't fit into 3 years ago. And along with some of the residual effects of the treatment, she'll probably also lose weight as well.
So residual effects, that's fantastic. And so does this mean that phototherapy is like a catalyst in order to help the weight loss process?
Exactly.
Okay, and do you have to do phototherapy forever? Like once you start these 6 or 12 treatments, you have to keep on doing them day in
You
and day out?
don't have to keep doing them day in and day out, but of course afterwards you still want to eat healthy. You want to follow a routine of exercising and basic things like that to keep the inches off.
Absolutely, you want to keep those inches off after you've gone through this whole process, right? And it's so worth it, and we know you can do it, especially with diabetes being something you want to manage and manage it down. Well, this is so exciting. We're so glad to be part of this journey. And in terms of side effects, can she expect any side effects at all, Melissa?
There are no side effects and no downtime with this procedure.
Wow. So just drinking lots of water or changing her diet, anything else she has to do?
She'll also have to wear a compression garment, and she'll want to stay away from caffeine and alcohol.
Okay.
And some of the clients that have to have their cup of coffee every morning, they have to drink 2 cups of water behind it to flush everything out.
Got it. So if you're going to do this procedure and you're a coffee drinker, right, then you definitely want to have 2 cups of water to chase down all that caffeine. So for her first procedure today, which is going to happen in just a few minutes, I'm so excited for you. What is that procedure going to entail, Melissa?
Well, basically, she'll be underneath the light, and what happens is the light targets the fat stored inside of your cell, and it emulsifies it. The fat is sent to your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system sends it to your liver, and then everything is removed naturally through your waste.
Got it. Okay. And so today you're going to be underneath the light, and all that fun, fancy, scientific stuff is going to be happening, and you're going to be on your way to being a new you. Great. So should we get started?
Yes.
I'm excited. New You
I'm
community, I
excited.
hope you're excited too. Well, why don't we take a quick break to get Nova ready for her first procedure on her way to her journey to becoming new. We have been having a wonderful time talking with Melissa, one of the experts in the phototherapy world, and she has her own business and she knows a lot about LED treatment. And now today we've been so privileged just to go on the journey with Nova as she has her very first session today in phototherapy, and on her way to becoming healthier towards diabetic management, which is something that she got diagnosed with about a year ago. So, Melissa, tell us what exactly is happening right now. She's there underneath the light. What's happening?
Well, if you imagine, for example, a grape, and when you first buy grapes, they're nice and firm, and you leave them out for a couple of days, and then they get kind of like soft and gushy.
Yeah.
That's basically what's going on with the cell.
Wow.
The light targets the cell, and after 8 minutes, the cell, it starts to shrink and it becomes very soft. And a lot of the fat is sent to the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system will carry it to her liver, and everything will be removed naturally through her waste.
Oh, so that makes sense. And so before, these were larger cells, and now through this phototherapy, they become smaller cells.
Yes.
So hence the contouring.
Yes.
And again, it works on any area of the body. And for her, she's focused on this area right here. And so how many treatments do you think she's going to have to do today? Is it just the one treatment in one side, or are we going to move her around? What's going to happen?
She'll start off with one treatment, and we'll treat the front for 8 minutes, and then I'll rotate her to her sides, and each side is 8 minutes.
So if it's each side and then 8 minutes apiece, is that 24 minutes roughly for the first session, or is it longer?
It really depends on what they get treated, but normally a session is about 32 minutes.
32 minutes.
Just for spot treatments, but you can also do the full body.
Okay.
The full
okay.
body, if you don't include the face, is about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and if you include the face, it's about 1 hour and a half.
So Nova right now then is in for her 30 or so minute treatment. And does she feel any warmth with the lights at all?
Just from the machine being on, she'll feel, it feels very warm over the skin.
Okay.
And it's very relaxing. It doesn't burn. You don't feel any pain. It's non-invasive. So
Okay.
it's very simple. It's
very
like laying in a tanning bed.
Okay. But again, because nothing is physically touching her body as we saw, just the light is kind of over her body. And there's no radiation in part of this procedure, is there?
Because it's LED light. So
Again,
there's no ultraviolet light or
Very
anything
safe.
like that.
Very
Yes.
safe, very invasive. Okay, good. And so will every procedure be exactly the same in terms of the amount of time that it takes in the
Yes.
same light?
Mhm.
Okay, and are there different kinds of light therapy that you have as well?
Well, right now I'm working with just the red light therapy, but there are different types of lights. Like the blue light is good for acne because it kills bacteria. And then there's a yellow LED light, and that actually is good for lymphatic stimulation.
Oh, awesome, wonderful. And so you offer those services to your clients as well, right?
Yes.
So not only can you improve your image, but you can improve your health through the lymphatic stimulation, I'd imagine.
Yes.
How wonderful is that?
The lights actually have to be a certain wavelength for it to emulsify the body fat.
Okay, a certain wavelength. And so, again, you've been studying this, you've been doing this for 6 years, so you're very versed in all the different lights.
Yes.
And so part of your consultation, like with Nova, you had to figure out exactly what it was that she wanted. And then you figured out which light you'd have her do. And then you also figured out how many sessions that would entail, right? And so for her again today, she's doing the 30 minutes, and then she'll come back many other times. When will she start seeing results?
Everybody's circumstance is different. Of course, if you have a faster metabolism, some people could notice results right away just off one treatment.
Got it.
Yeah, but some people, if they have a slower metabolism and their lymphatic system might be a little stagnant, it might require a few more treatments before they start to notice anything.
Got it. And as you said earlier, this is more of a catalyst towards weight loss, right?
Yes.
And so what other things do you think she should be doing in conjunction with the light therapy to achieve her weight management goals for diabetes?
Well, she's going to have to watch what she eats. She'll want to do some type of exercising at least 2 to 3 days a week. And she's going to have to wear a compression garment to mold the middle section area.
Okay.
And she's going to have to drink plenty of water.
Lots of water.
Lots of water.
Before the therapy, after the therapy, and in between each session. Is that right?
Yes, it's like a
Okay.
natural detox.
Okay. How exciting is this? And one of the things as we think about Nova, who's currently going under a phototherapy treatment right now as we speak, one of the things that I was thinking about is, wow, if she wanted to do other parts of her body, could she add those in at any time?
Yes.
Okay. And so whether it's your face or your back or part of your leg like your calf, any part can be contoured using the same principle. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, that's so exciting. And would that be additional cost for each particular body part?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
But there are different price packaging, so
Which
it
would
can
make
all be
sense.
customized.
It could.
Mhm.
And a la carte, it sounds like, too. And so as you have a need that arises, you can just add it onto your kind of plan, right?
Exactly.
How exciting is that? And so one of the things that we talked about with her is no pain, all the benefit is happening right now. This is the first of many sessions, and of course she'll continue to share with us about her journey, and you'll continue to share with us too about how well she's being as a client too, which is exciting. So tell us, what do your other clients come to you for? Because of course Nova's coming for this area in particular. She has a goal about diabetes management. So what do your other clients come to you for?
Well, some of my clients, they come for facial, some come for the weight loss, some come for certain spot treatments, and some come for full body treatments.
Got it. Okay, so they can pick and choose what their needs are.
Yes, they can.
And it's not all health benefits. Some just come for cosmetic, is that right?
Yes.
And so do some come just to kind of help with the cellulite in the buttocks area?
Yeah, some come for the cellulite, and some also come for stretch marks to be treated.
Stretch marks. Okay, good. And so what are your goals with this business?
Well, soon I'm getting ready to upgrade to a medical spa. I'm partnering with Dr. Betty, and my company will actually be moving to the north side of Lakeland into a bigger location. As I'm working on an internship with him, I'm going back to school for electrolysis and laser hair removal.
Good for you. That's going to be wonderful. I want our new you community to be able to get in contact with you so that they too can become new. Tell us how.
I have a website they can visit, www.luminousaesthetics.com.
That is fantastic. And will that always be your website, or with your change, will that change as well?
Eventually, it probably will change.
Okay, well, we are going to be keeping in touch with Melissa on our show and through our website, and so we'll make sure that you can get in contact with her whenever you need to on your journey to become new. But first, let's check in again with our special other guest who is going under a treatment right now, and that is Nova. Let's take a look. So Nova, how does it feel right now? You are under your first treatment of phototherapy and the light's on you. Do you feel any tingling sensations at all?
No,
Okay, does it feel warm?
a little warm.
A
Yes.
little warm. And do you feel like things are changing right now as we speak?
I don't feel it.
You don't feel it, but it's
Hopefully,
happening, right,
yes.
Melissa? It's happening.
Yes,
Even
it
in the
is.
first treatment, it can happen, right?
Mhm.
So what exactly is the light doing right now while we're standing here with Nova?
What's happening is the light is emulsifying her body fat. It's targeting fat stored inside of her cell, and it's creating a transitory pore, and it's making her cells very soft. It's shrinking them.
That's what we talked about, absolutely. So it's shrinking her cells right now, and you can't feel a thing because this is a very invasive procedure, but the thing is happening right now, and over time it'll shrink more and more and more with every treatment. Is that right?
Well, it creates a temporary transitory pore so that the fat is flushed out.
Got it, okay.
Yes.
And then do you feel like you're, just so relaxed right now, Nova? Could you go to sleep like this?
Absolutely.
Oh, I see. And we have the protective goggles on. And what's that for, Melissa?
That's just to protect her eyes so she doesn't get too much light in her eyes.
Absolutely. And now I can see, obviously, it's the red light that's here.
Yes.
But as you mentioned earlier, there's other lights too. Is that right?
Yes, this is a red light of 635 nanometers. So the wavelength is strong enough to penetrate into the cell so that the fat becomes emulsified. And then there's also the yellow light, which is good for lymphatic stimulation. And then there's a blue light, which is good for acne.
Got
It
it.
kills the bacteria on the skin.
Got it. And us standing here right now, we're not in any harm's way in terms of the red light, are we?
No.
It's just the person who's undergoing the treatment that needs to have the protective goggle.
Yes, and it doesn't penetrate through any clothing or any material. So whatever area that you want treated, it needs to be uncovered.
Definitely. So there's direct, not physical contact, because as we can see, there's no direct contact with her body, but it's right over it, right?
Exactly.
Would you say that this is probably about an inch from her skin?
Yes.
Okay, and that would be the same for any body part, about an inch from the skin?
Yes, as far as when we're dealing with body sculpting or body contouring services, yes, it's about an inch from the skin. The sides are a little different though. The machine will be positioned a little higher.
Got it. And if I were to touch these lights, would they be really hot to the hand?
No,
to
it's
the
just
touch?
warm.
Very warm.
Very
okay.
warm.
So again, very safe. It's not hot at all. Of course, I can hear the motor running on the machine, but so safe. And again, Nova, you don't feel anything with this non-invasive procedure, right?
No, I don't.
So not hot to the touch, no tingling of the skin, any burning at all, Nova?
No.
And how do you feel? Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel
Yes.
nervous at all?
No, not nervous. Very relaxed.
Very relaxed. Could you fall asleep here, you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, I bet you could. I bet you could. And is a little bit of it warm to your skin, even though it's not burning? A little bit warm?
A little warm,
A
yes.
little warm. That makes it actually relaxing, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Do you have a lot of clients that fall asleep on the table?
Most of them fall asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I would imagine so. And so this procedure will last for how long about, Melissa?
Well, for her, we're doing her stomach section, so it'll be about 32 minutes roughly.